you're a Spanish kid and you think you're the best footballer on your team, then you're being scouted by FC Barcelona right now. And if you're not, you're probably not the best footballer on your team. So dominant is the Barcelona Youth Academy, or the Cantera, that their graduating class list reads like a football Hall of Fame. The midfield is their speciality. Xavi Hernandez replaced another Cantera graduate, Pep Guardiola, as the playmaking brain behind both his club side and the national team. Now, as time moves on, does Spain consider Cesc Fabregas the heir to the heir? Football runs in Xavi's genes. His dad was a former First Division player with Sabadell. Xavi was born in the Catalonian city of Terrassa in 1980, moved to La Masia when he was 11, and has been with the Blaugrana ever since. Fabregas was also born in Catalonia, in the town of Arenas de Mar in 1987. His first club, Mataró, tried to hide him from Big Brother Barca by benching him in games against the club. But you can't hide from the Blaugrana, and soon he was training with them full-time. Fabregas played alongside Lionel Messi and Gerard Piqué, but he idolized Pep Guardiola. And when his parents divorced during his time at the Cantera, Guardiola paid him a visit and gave him his number 4 jersey to cheer him up. It's a number he's worn ever since. In the early 2000s, Barcelona was a team loaded both with Dutch talent and increasing debt. When midfield mastermind Guardiola went down with injury, the team was nearing bankruptcy, and Barcelona realized the answer to their crisis, both on and off the field, was in their youth academy. Xavi was handed the keys to the midfield, and despite knee injuries that have forced him off the pitch for extended periods, he's been a catalyst in the team's world football dominance. Xavi brilliantly surpassed his predecessor with his supreme playmaking skills and cool composure, leading Barcelona to multiple La Liga and Champions League titles. He's widely considered one of the greatest players of his generation and one of the greatest Spanish footballers of all time. For Fabregas, though, his love for the Blaugrana didn't translate to time on the pitch. So at 16, he moved to North London. Arsenal was a strange destination for a man without Patrick Vieira's height or strength. But not only did his play prompt the Gunners to send their former French captain to Juventus, but the club gave him Vieira's number 4, his captaincy and a long-term contract. Fabregas thanked Arsene Wenger for the vote of confidence with 57 goals in 303 appearances. But unfortunately, only 2 trophies in his 8 years with the club. A Community Shield in 2004 and an FA Cup in 2005. In the meantime, Barcelona realized that Xavi was getting close to the wrong side of 30 and began looking for someone who could one day replace him. Thoughts of Fabregas danced in their heads, and they planted those thoughts in Cesc's own head through Xavi himself. Xavi claimed Fabregas had confessed his desire to return to the Blaugrana while on vacation in Ibiza. Arsene Wenger claimed Xavi was being disrespectful to Arsenal for making the comments and told him to mind his own business. But those seeds bloomed into a messy departure by Fabregas, with Gunners fans claiming his public affection for Barcelona lowered his sale price. Fabregas was back in Barca. Though he earned more trophies, he struggled to earn a regular spot on the team. His sporadic play had a lot to do with the man he's supposedly destined to replace. Stats show that in the 5 years before Fabregas went to Barca, he created 466 scoring chances, made 75 assists, scored 30 goals. All better than Xavi, despite playing less games than him in that period. Nobody can ever really replace Xavi, and it appears Xavi has no intention of being replaced anytime soon. Both Xavi and Fabregas have been born in an age when Spanish football has been at its best, and both have played their part in making that happen. While both modelled their play on Pep Guardiola, Fabregas has proven the feistier of the two. That Spanish fire came out after a match with Manchester United, when he was accused of throwing pizza at Sir Alex Ferguson in the players' tunnel. The Battle of the Buffet ended in a loss for Arsenal, but it showed a bit of Cesc's dark side. Xavi is much more calm and controlled, and with his God-given passing ability and vision, teammates say he plays in the future. He was Euro 2008 Player of the Tournament, and with his World Cup title in 2010 and Euro 2012 victory, he's the most decorated player in Spanish football history. Fabregas was on all three of those record-setting teams and set up Andres Iniesta for the winning goal against Holland in the 2010 World Cup final. As Gary Lineker said, football is a sport where you play 11 against 11, and eventually, in the end, Spain wins.